Hello. Let's get started with a message from the Rumi Pocket Oracle. Oh, okay. Sacred Soul Sister. When you are beyond consciousness, the ecstasy of love moves your way. You know something deep in your bones. It doesn't have to make sense. It may be joy, or it may be the realization that a deep inner pain is to be released now so that joy may arise. It may be that something is going to work out beautifully, despite appearances to the contrary. It may be that you are meant to take a certain path. You just know. Here's the image. I saw this card recently, so it wanted to come out again. Okay, what stands out to me? You know something deep in your bones. Okay, intuition. Keep holding on to your faith, your inner knowing. It doesn't have to make sense, yes. So, listening to your intuition rather than your fear-based thoughts. This is a mind game, right? Mastering our thoughts. Also, there is mention of potentially being a deep inner pain within that is calling to be released now, so that new joyful energies may enter your life. So again, just follow your intuition, listen to your body. If you're feeling emotional, just express it in some way. Of course, in a controlled environment, you can journal maybe, even if you feel comfortable. And if you're alone, just express it out loud. Use your throat chakra. Express any anger, feelings of insecurity, uncertainty, frustration. Just let it all out. Expel it from and through your throat chakra. Treat the universe like your friend, an unconditionally loving friend, like a sacred soul sister, a sacred soul companion, a companion who will always be there to listen to you, to just offer a loving, non-judgmental presence. And again, it says something here. It talks about, okay, it doesn't have to make sense. Also, despite appearances to the contrary, that stands out as well. Despite what is on the surface, despite what the logical mind can figure out. So looking beyond surface appearances, again, returning to listening to your intuition. Your intuition is a guide. It's guidance from your highest self, from source, that there is beyond. There are things beyond the seen. And you know this, the last three words, you just know. So just continue to hold on to your inner knowing. It can be quite challenging. To overlook, to look beyond surface appearances. That's part of how we refine, sharpen our minds, right? Gain mental clarity and strength. So this makes me think that during this time, a lot of self-defeating, fearful thoughts may be arising from within you. It is the ego's way of keeping you safe, keeping you in the old patterns, keeping you as the old version of yourself, the one who made decisions motivated by fear and limitation, the belief that you were limited. But now you're starting to listen to your intuition, your heart, more. You know that silent, it's a quieter voice, much quieter than the inner critic. That silent voice, that is the voice that you are learning to listen to more and more as you progress on your journey. Okay. Now let's go to the Keepers of the Light Oracle. Okay, we have Bridget, inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. I'm looking at the word inner strength, yes. You are definitely gaining in inner strength. You are developing your spiritual strength and wisdom. I'm looking at this fire that she's holding, plus her red hair, vibrant red hair. You may be a redhead, but this makes me think there is a passion within you that is awakening. And it also makes me think of the sacral chakra. You're getting creative. You're starting to feel more passionate, enthusiastic. We also have Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. Okay, that makes me think of unity consciousness. You are awakening to unity consciousness. You see the connection between all things, between all of between all of creation, that we are all a part of the whole, that there's a divine purpose, and that each soul, that all of creation is contributing towards the bigger divine plan. Soul expansion, that also makes me think of heart expansion. Your heart chakra, your love is growing, expanding. Now the word expansion is standing out to me, making me think of one of the meanings of the number 3, expansion. Now I'm thinking of the Empress card in the Tarot, denoted by the number 3, also the 3 of Wands. Expansion. Again. Expansion, proliferation, abundance. And indeed, the Empress is abundant. She knows this. Okay, and looking to the word wholeness here. Yes, making me return to the Babaji message. You understand the connections between all things. Wholeness. That we are all parts contributing to the whole. Okay. And looking at the last phrase on the Bridget card, you recognize that you have the power. And I believe that you are more and more recognizing just how powerful you are. That you are indeed a powerful manifester. So I'm thinking of the Magician card in the Tarot. And perhaps sometimes, when you consider just how powerful you are, you may even intimidate yourself. And that may be part of the fear sometimes that may hold you back, may fill you with fear and doubt. This fear of your own power. So that makes me think about the fear of success, right? Anxiety over success. What will that do to my energy, my nervous system? That may be some of the thoughts running through your mind. Will I be able to handle all this abundance when I've been living so much of my life in survival mode, in fear, in fight, flight, or what is it? Fight, flight, fight, or freeze mode. Something like that. You know what I'm saying. You've been so used to living as though constricted. The thought of living a more expansive life may be something that causes feelings of anxiety within you. Okay. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Daughter of Coins. So that would be the Page of Pentacles. This is the Sufi Tarot. The Page of Pentacles. Okay. The start of material manifestations, material opportunities. Daughter of Staffs. This would be the Page of Wands. Okay, enthusiasm. We may have mentioned something to that effect. Looking at the red of Bridget's hair, the fire. You're feeling more enthusiastic, passionate. Okay, Page of Wands. Enthusiasm, optimism. She looks very carefree. Her arms are outstretched, making me think of the word expansion. An energy and a body language expressing openness, the openness to receive new energies. Yeah. Okay, now I'm looking back to the opening message of Sacred Soul Sister. When you are beyond consciousness. So, when you are beyond conscious thoughts, the ecstasy of love moves your way. So basically getting out, moving your ego out of the way. Those fear-based thoughts out of the way to make room, space for the new, for love to move your way. Six of Swords. Okay. Moving towards your true north, your North Star, moving to calmer shores. 15:15 when I looked at the clock. An awakening of optimism, enthusiasm, opening up to more possibilities and blessings. Yeah, there's an energy of opening up, welcoming, receiving. Five of Coins, which is the Five of Pentacles. Feeling left out in the cold. Feeling left out. Disappointment. Not seeing the bright future. Five of Coins. Okay, look at that. Yep. Forward momentum. I may have mentioned that, something to that effect in regards to the Six of Swords here. Movement. We have the Chariot, card number 7. It's called here, I may be mispronouncing it, Wali. W-A-A-L-I. Yeah. And his arms are outstretched as well in triumph, victory, enthusiasm, optimism. Optimistic about the bright future. So moving away from the mindset of lack, scarcity, of being left out in the cold. There's forward momentum here. The black and white horses makes me think of the yin-yang symbol, balance. Also, horses represent freedom. And this person looks very free, very carefree, and very trusting. He's not even holding on to, there are no reins. He's trusting in the divine. He trusts that he is supported. And we also have the star card, 17, Sitara. Moving towards your true north, your North Star. And I'm recording this in late January of 2026. We're closing out the year of the wood snake, a very transformative year, a year of shedding old skins, old patterns, old versions of ourselves that will no longer be aligned with who we are currently and who we are becoming. We are reuniting with our true selves. Moving towards the year of the fire horse, which begins February 17th, 2026. Forward momentum. More fire, passion. Strong energy of passion, optimism. An awakening of enthusiasm. You may be creating at this time. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in regards to looking at the fire on the Bridget card. Creating, nurturing your inner child. And now I'm looking back to the Chariot card. It makes me also think of the Sun card in the traditional tarot. There is a horse and a little child riding the horse, making me think of the inner child. Seven of Staffs, which is the Seven of Wands. Unbothered. Unbothered by the wands. Unbothered by external drama. Just staying in your own bubble. Standing above any energies that disturb your inner peace. The message of remaining vigilant. Okay, we also have the Eight of Swords. Feeling like a prisoner of your thoughts. Trapped in your head. And then we have Justice. 11. Adal. Achieving balance. Equilibrium. And she is holding a sword in her hand here. Yep. Using discernment, cutting away what is true. True thoughts and illusory, fear-based thoughts. Cutting through the truth of things. To reveal the light of love and truth, your truth. Your North Star. Okay. Perfectly imperfect. Self-acceptance, this makes me think. Unconditional love. This is what you're learning. That makes me think of what I may have said when reading about the Sacred Soul Sister card. Certainly Spirit, Source, loves you unconditionally. And that is what Spirit wants you to embody and to feel about yourself. To see yourself as Source sees you, if we're to personify Source. A perfectly imperfect creation. Innately lovable. Heart and mind. I may have used the word discernment. Maybe when I saw the Eight of Swords, and then we saw the Justice card, holding her sword, cutting through illusion. Using discernment. Knowing what's coming from your heart and the fear-based mind. Following your heart and intuition, but also balancing, thinking about the Justice card, balancing when making choices, between using your heart, your intuition, and your logical mind. Finding a happy medium. I am reconnected by joy. That makes me think of the inner child and the Chariot card, this image here. So if I may have mentioned this about you're embarking on a creative endeavor at this time, and that is definitely helping with your vibration. You're reconnecting, or you have reconnected with your inner child. You are nurturing your inner child, bringing you back to your true self, the essence of joy. Boundaries, not limits. Yep, you are unlimited. Your potential is limitless. You believe this about yourself. Maybe in the past, this is not what you believed. You didn't believe in a bright future for yourself. But the more you went in, self-reflected, released limiting beliefs and thoughts, expressed whatever emotions arose within you, your true self has emerged. And you learned boundaries. You learned to put up healthy boundaries. Again, returning to what I said about using discernment. And being mindful of how you're feeling your energy. So this makes me think you are likely a sensitive soul. You're very sensitive to energies. And snails, okay. You think of slowness when you think of snails, or at least I do. So I'm relating it to tiredness. You may have, before you learn to uphold healthy boundaries for yourself, healthy energetic boundaries, you may have felt depleted a lot, felt tired a lot. But now you've learned a lot more about energy and how that you indeed are very likely sensitive to energies, which would contribute to your being so intuitive as well. You feel energies with your body. And so you need to rest frequently, which you've learned to accept about yourself. And also I'm thinking, in reference to slowness, you may be at a time right now on your path where things may be, it may seem in the material realm, in your physical reality, maybe things are moving slowly than your mind, your logical mind would like, your egoic mind would like, filling you with doubts. So this message is coming out from Spirit to maintain your optimism. There's there's an energy, as I mentioned before, of remaining optimistic, right? Page of Wands. This person raising his arms in enthusiasm, freedom, feeling carefree. Yeah. Keep the faith, because things are balancing out, even if it may not seem like it on the surface, right? Returning to the initial message, despite appearances to the contrary. Okay? But it also says it doesn't have to make sense. The logical mind will try to make sense of things, but it can't see beyond the scene. But your intuition can. So continue to listen to your inner knowing. You just know. Okay. Final message. Page of Swords. Did we see the Page of Swords? No, we saw the Page of Wands. Innovative, insightful, logical. Very studious as well, curious. So continue. Again, that makes me think of the inner child. Continue to nurture your inner child. Follow your curiosity. Continue learning. You may love to learn new things. Now we have the King of Swords. Lots of swords energy. Mastering your thoughts. It makes me think. Yep. Clear-minded, decisive, rational. Returning to this card here, heart and mind. Using your intuition and your logical mind to make decisions. Yeah. Clear-minded, decisive, rational, and it makes me think back to the Justice card. Equilibrium, being level-headed and big-hearted. I'm looking at the blue feather here. Feathers may be significant for you. Maybe you have a dream catcher. Now I'm hearing, follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. You just know. Just follow your inner knowing. It's encouragement from Source. Follow your inner knowing. Okay, this is confirmation of the Six of Swords card that we saw earlier using the Sufi Tarot. We have Six of Swords here. Moving on, leaving difficulties behind. Yay! 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 Oh, my throat chakra. Oh boy. Whew. Yep. Momentum. Momentum. Forward momentum. Yeah. Moving to the future. But it may feel like right now that things are moving at a snail's pace. And this, you know, they're not on a speedboat or a motorboat. Look at this fella. He's the only one responsible for getting them across to calmer shores. Okay, we'll end it here. Okay, yes, you have the Ten of Pentacles, community, legacy, wealth, inheritance. That is what you're manifesting. So hold on to your inner knowing. Things are going to start picking up for you in the material realm. In your material world. Okay, I'm going to end it there. Have a beautiful, bright, optimistic journey.